Hello everyone! Thank you for joining me for another Chill Subs tutorial. I'm really excited to walk you through our new website redesign. If you've been online in the last 24 hours and have been to our website, you might have noticed that things look a little bit different. So what used to be here in the upper right-hand corner was a navigation hamburger, which we have transformed into a left-hand navigation bar. And we hope that you'll find this a really intuitive way to navigate the website, but I wanted to take the time to walk you through where to find all of our different features so that you can get started submitting your work. So when you create a Chill Subs account and log in, you're going to see a page that looks very much like this one, where you can browse different literary journals in our database, of which we have currently 4,266 different presses if you are looking for a home for your novel or poetry collection, our contests, and all the Medium publications that we partner with. Then you'll find our tracker, so you can import your submission information from Submittable or Submission Grinder or from your personal spreadsheet, and you can track it either through a table or a board layout. And that way, when you have a submission that gets accepted or rejected, you can move it into the correct pile. And the neat thing is, when a piece gets rejected, it takes you automatically to our rejection bingo. So that's a new feature if you just toggle on this switch here. So that is our tracker. Here you can find our collections. You have saved collections and then curated collections, and you can find them based on themes or if they're stats backed. You can also search them in these menus that drop down. You can look for staff picks, editor picks, community favorites, and you can also search them by genre. So those are our collections. You'll find your profile here once you make one. And I'll show you how to do that in a later video. And then you'll find our toolbox. So we had something called a sandbox, which is where you found a lot of these resources, but we lumped in a couple of more so that you find them all in one place. So this is where you find our prose formatter, where you can copy and paste one of your prose pieces, and it'll do all the formatting for you according to Shun standards, and then automatically turn it into a Word doc that you can send out to literary journals. You'll also find our cover letter generator, where it can help you automatically populate your cover letter to send out once you create one of these submitters passports with your bio or pen name or contact information. You'll also find our contest calculator to help you see if a contest that you're considering entering is worth your time and money. And then you'll find our calendar, which is where a lot of the Chill Subs events can be found. So our AMAs and our workshops, and also deadlines and openings for submission periods for literary journals. And then another way to access rejection bingo, so you can find it in two different places. Under resources, you'll find some of our sister organizations like Subclub, the Forever Workshop, our blog, which we've been working on and we really hope you'll take the time to read, our Discord community. If you participated in First Draft November with Kaylee, you'll find all of that information in the posts here. And then here is where you'll find information about our events. So there's Ask Me Anything events and workshops. If you make a profile here in this tab, you will automatically show up in our writers database. So we currently have 71,812 writers who have created profiles. And there's some neat things that you can do with that in this database. So for one, you can search by location to find writer friends near you. So let's say you live in California. It looks like there are 37 writers that just say California, but if you live in a particular city, like Los Angeles, We have 234 writers that are potentially really close to where you are, that you might be friends with or become future friends with. You can also search for a writer by name. And if you want to find out a little bit more information, maybe you read their work in a journal and you want to see what other work they have, you might be able to look them up and look up their publications that way. Um, Also, literary agents and sometimes literary journals, if they have a special folio where they're looking for a writer from a particular area, maybe they have a Missouri writers folio they're putting together, they can come in here and look for writers to solicit work from. So that's our writers database. And then we have our services. So some of you might be familiar with our custom lists where you can send in a sample of your work and one of our editors will read it and curate a list for you of lit mags that they believe will be a potentially great home for your work. So you can find those here, and then there's lists of agents, and then our flexible feedback service where you can send in your work and get feedback, written feedback on it. So that's where you're going to find most of our features. I also wanted to show you this More tab. If you want to find out more about Chill Subs and the people who run it and put in all the work to make your submission life and literary journey easier, you can find that all here under About. You can also find out about our affiliate program and sort of like commissions that you can earn by referring Chill Subs. So here's some information about how to go about that and a way to navigate lots of different information about it here. So you can also find our newsletters here. And some of those come out 1 to 2 times a month, and some come out 2 to 3 times a month. There's an editor portal for editors to help keep their listings accurate within our database. Under membership is where you can upgrade or downgrade your membership. So if you're a free member and you would like a paid subscription, you can look at the different subscription levels here. You have account settings that you can adjust. And then a really exciting thing that we just started is our MFA partners, MFA partnerships. So you can look up schools that we've partnered with to get more information to prospective students. So if you're looking to apply to MFA programs, you can go to our MFA partners database and click on the different schools and find out more information about them so that you can be more successful with your application materials. So you can find out about the history of the school, what their funding opportunities are, if it's a fully funded program and what the stipend might be, what their requirements are to apply, their deadline and application fee. You can find out who is on their teaching faculty, any notable alumni, and sometimes there's a frequently asked questions area, which is like a mini interview where they can give you more insight as to what they're looking for in an applicant. As part of this partnership, we've also started doing Ask Me Anything events on Substack Live, so you can attend those for free and write in your questions and ask the faculty anything you want to know about how to make your application stand out or what makes their school program special. So those are the new features of our Chill Subs website redesign. We really hope you love it and find it easy to use. If you're confused about anything, we do a live Chill Subs tutorial on the third Wednesday of every month. So you can go to our events, which you can navigate to a couple of different ways. So you can go to the toolbox and go to the calendar. And you'll see that on the 17th of December, we have one at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And you can sign up for it and show up and ask any questions that you have about how to use the platform. So I hope that you do that, and I hope that you find all of these resources really useful for making your submission life easier. And we're really grateful that you're here. And thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you have a great night. Bye.